Welcome back to Elder Wolf MTG, everybody. We're going to do a premiere draft of Aetherdrift today, my first one. Life has been really good and also really crazy as usual, but excited today to jump into some drafting. And I have not played a lot of this format and have watched some more videos online, so I'm a little bit more familiar. I did the sealed, which went fine, 3-3, I think. Yeah, we're going to jump in and see how well we do here, but let's use one of our draft tokens, and I will start the video once we get to a table. Okay, let's see what our first pack is here. Count on Luck. 3 mana, hard red, very hard red. I'm not sure about that one. I mean, I'll click it just to make sure I pick something good. Tune-up is really good. Return target artifact card, just artifact now. If it's a vehicle, it becomes an artifact creature, which is amazing. I think I actually might like that a little bit better. What else do we have here? Roads, mechanic, rat. I mean, the mole is actually good. Gosh, that's such hard red, is to go straight in. I'm just not convinced about that. That's such a commitment where tune-up could be used in quite a few decks, even as a splash. I think it's more versatile. The Velocitar is pretty good. Yeah, I bet this actually wheels. I'm going to go with tune-up, I think, on this one. Not a great pack overall. Dredgers is great for the blue or the green black, and there's the Thundering Broodwagon. Wretched Doll, 3/1 2 mana. I really do like the blue black artifact life drain deck. Broodwagon is incredible though for the green black, just graveyard value. Broadside Barrage is really good. Point the Way, it's fine. Road Rage is very good. Number of mounts and vehicles you control, that's very good. I like this pack a lot better. Bounce Off is great interaction. I'm thinking Road Rage here. Could be like, red, white, mounts and vehicles. I'm tempted for the Wretched Doll because I like blue black and see if that comes around, but Road Rage is probably, or Broadside Barrage also could be very good. But this is great interaction for 1 mana. And maybe we'll get that triple red if we see that red's flowing. I think I'm going to go and take Road Rage here. Let's see. Signpost card basically gives your creatures vigilance and 4 mana +1/+1. I mean, that's fine. 3 mana 3/4. I'm not sure if that's what we wanted. Another Velocitar, back on track. Version unit is good. Gunner's been super solid in the games that I've seen played, and even I've played it a little bit. I mean, it's such an enabler to cycle things out, and 4/5 reach is such a big body. I mean, I think this is actually better than any of these and still aligns to what we're doing. I think I'm going to go take the Gunner. It keeps us open for the cycling deck, too. Let's see. Rise from the Wreck. Return up to 1 target creature card. Mount. Wow, that's actually quite good for the green deck. Another Gunner, another Artillerist. Collision Course is also quite good in this format, like really, really good. Marshall's Path Cruiser. That exhaust is not as important as much as it just basically pulls out a land. This is a tough one here. I could go Artillerist and try to stick to red. I could kind of go back into white. This is a great interaction for white. It's coming around, so I think I'm tempted for Scurryfoot. This is a great creature, but I'm going to go Collision Course. Maybe we can be the... Ooh, okay. That actually makes me... Yeah. Sky Cycle... Crew 1, 2, 3, Flyer for 4. Yeah, this is a really good one. That actually makes me pretty happy with what we have. Cloudspire Captain, very good as well. I think I like the Sky Cycle a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, red and white definitely seem to be still coming around a little bit. Broken Wings is broken, I think, as a common. It's such a great removal in this set. yeah, if I was green, I would be snapping that. But I think I'm going to go ahead with red-white here. What else do we have that's red-white that's worth it? Light Wheel Enchantments. Max speed, you get to cast it again from your graveyard. It's 1/1 in Vigilance. Not bad. I like that card. What about the Rambler? It creates a 1/1 Thopter. It's a crew 1 for a 5/4. Not a flyer, just a 5/4, but it is... I guess it's probably better with what I have to take the Rambler than the Light Wheel. They're both commons, but I think that's right. Wicker Folk, that's actually interesting. That's a really good one for the blue-black artifact life gain deck. Zaur, let's see. Start your engines 3/2 for 2. Sack another creature, surveil 1. Only activate that once. And max speed whenever a non-token dies, create a tapped. I mean, that is definitely the signpost for white-black. Would I dare go into white-black at this point? Or do I just stick off with, like, kickoff celebrations? What is my... I mean, my red is pretty good so far. The safe pick is probably the air response unit. Yeah, that's... Or another light wheel. I'll probably another... This is an uncommon, so I think I'm going to do this. Go ahead and kind of... what is this? To ready. 5 mana equal to greatest value among artifacts you control. It's an interesting one. Do I want that one? Greatest mana value among artifacts you control. It kind of cycles a better artifact back later. Sure. We'll give it a shot. I mean, it is in thing. There's the count on luck. It did wheel. And yeah, it looks like we're in our right lanes, which is great. That's really good news for us. I mean, this is great. This is the red Phyrexian Arena, kind of. Yeah, I think we're going to go for it. I would love to actually now have Daring Mechanic in this. Velocitar, maybe. But we're going to go and take it. Yeah, just go ahead. Kickoff Celebrations is great for cycling under the starter engines as well. Light Show Parry is actually pretty good. Interface Ace. I'm going to do Kickoff Celebrations just to be able to discard cards, draw cards is really good. Do I want a Diver or a Velocitar? I think we're going to do the Velocitar. I think the Dynamite Divers are going to come around. Interface Ace. Yeah, actually, this is great. Okay, really good first pack for red-white. Yeah, we're here. Do I want the Assailant? We're going to go with the Cycler and another vehicle. All right. Sounds good. All right. Bulwark Ox. 2 mana, 2/2, and it attacks Losada. Put a counter on target creature. Sack this creature. Saddle 1. I mean, that's a great 2-drop. Absolutely. You have snap picking that. What else would we want to wheel here? The Mechanic, probably. Maybe the Quick Welder. Would I splash for Boost Buggy? I think I probably would if it actually wheeled around. I think that's like Scrap Compactor. It's definitely playable. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad filler. I'd actually maybe even take Path Cruiser if it comes back around, but we're going to take the Ox here. That's actually right in line. We've got a couple items here that I think if it wheels that we would play. So yeah, I think we're doing that here. Let's go ahead and stick that Ox down there. Ah, the Swashbuckler. Vehicles you control have haste, and whenever you attack, if a pirate and a vehicle attack this combat, you draw 3, discard 2. Great for the enabler. Crash and Burn. I'm going to highlight right now. Boosted Sloop. Very great for the cycling deck. What else do we have here? Glider. Attacks while saddled. Saddle 3? I don't think that's great. Not really what starting column. Add 1 mana of any color. Draw 2, discard 1 at max speed. That one might come back around. I think I'm going to take Crash and Burn. I mean, it's just good interaction. It's 4 mana, but it is instant speed. I think that's better for us. I don't think I want to... I like the white that we have right now. Got some really good white, especially with the Ox. So yeah, we're going to go with Crash and Burn here. Another cat that's going to wheel for sure. I'm thinking about Disciple versus let's see. The Lycran Armory. This is such a good enabler for vehicles. I actually like that quite a bit. Ride's End is also amazing, but it's a common. All right, I want to either get Ride's End, Disciple. I mean, I would probably play Tyrant as a 2-mana 3/3 or a Gunner. That's our wheels for this one. And probably Kennel. I don't know if I'd run 2 Kennel Nucks. That would be a little bit much. I'll take 1 Armory. There's a Mechanic. Another Kickoff Celebrations. Blockbuster. It's probably more that will come around. Probably the Mechanic at this point. Grease Wrench. Discard up to 2 cards and draw that many. Put a counter on this creature. It becomes a 3/2. That's a great 1-drop. It is Exhaustibility. Do I want the 1-drop? It's kind of like a better Kickoff Celebration in a way, except no Start Your Engines. Sometimes games go long. I'm going to go... It's an uncommon. I should probably take it. It's an uncommon. Surveyor for us. I mean, it's fine. Start Your Engines. Another Start Your Engines. Vinwixt is fun. Is it worth splashing a Vinwixt? I don't know about that. Oh, the Sloth, though. The Sloth is a beating. I'm going to go with Sloth on this one. I have played against the Sloth, and it has just done some work. There's a good Cycler here. Fuel the Flames. 2 damage to each creature. I don't think we... I mean, we obviously we got some creatures that we don't want that to happen to, but I think we're overall fine. We do need to get more 2-drop creatures. We got some 3/3s. We got a lot of... Yeah, we need to get some 2 and 3-drop, 3 toughness creatures. I will take this for cycling. Or do I take the Mechanic? I'll take this for cycling. It's another Fuel the Flames. Well, there you go. What do I want out of this? Another cycling card versus another interface ace. I'm going to go with the interface ace. Holds the ground, really good. Also mounts and cruise in a good way. Another Crash and Burn. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's another great set of interaction. All right, let's see what we begin to... There's a Mechanic. I think that's what we're going to go for. Unstoppable Plan. More constructed than it is limited. Yeah, we're going to go with the Daring Mechanic here. Diver, probably not. I mean, I might play 1 at the end. Fairy versus Rocky Roads. That's a tough one, actually. This is cycling, so I don't mind cycling. I think I'm going to go in case I find the, in pack 3, the pay 7. All right. Look, we got all of our picks here. 2-mana 3/3 versus a 3-mana 2/2 flyer. Indestructible. I actually like the flyer a little bit better. Oh, yeah, we're in the right lane for sure. This is great for crewing. But it's a 3/1 defender versus... I think we're going to go with the Blockbuster here. And another Velocitar, maybe. Probably put that in another time. Yeah, we're in the right lane, which is awesome. Always fun to find the right lane that's flowing in a draft. I mean, sometimes it doesn't work out, you know, in terms of the games themselves. So 4/1, 2-mana 4/1. We have another specialist that we can grab. We didn't grab the other one. Should we do the Pathmaker? That's a splash. Crew 2, 6/5 Vigilance. That's a good one. I mean, it's probably better than some of the others are going to wheel anyway. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the Pathmaker and see if we can... Oh, there we go. Excellent. Scry 2, 3-mana... 3/1, 2-mana, 3/1, and then I can create pilots with it, which is amazing. That's really good. The Last Ride, X is your life total. Pay 2 life, draw a card. That's interesting. That's a fun one. That is absolute fun. Yeah, well, that's not what we're doing though. So we're definitely doing the Cloudspire Coordinator. That's definitely one we want here. Another Ox. That's going to give us some creatures and a lot of versatility actually for Hexproof and Indestructible. Saddle 1. Yeah, please. Okay. I'm liking this quite a bit. We may not actually splash this. I'm just keeping it there for the moment. Let's see. Would I then, being more aggressive, do something like a Light Shield Parry just because it's cycling as well as just a +2/+2 trick? I mean, I've already got Fuel the Flames. Don't need a second one, I don't think. Let's see. The Matrix draws a card. That could be fun too. Maybe that'll wheel. Maybe that Light Shield Parry will wheel actually. I'm gonna get the Matrix on this one. Nasty at Ride's End. Yes, excellent. That's a really good pickup for us. Yeah, we've got some good stuff. Another Coordinator. Excellent. Lord of the Undead. 3 mana 2/2. Other zombies get +1/+1, and you return target zombie card from your grave. That's a fun one. That's amazing art too. Really like that a lot. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, we're doing the Coordinator here. Sure, Ironclad would be amazing too. Do I need 2 Coordinators for that? Do I need an Ironclad? That's a great question. I'm going to do the 2 Coordinators. There it is. Push the limit. I think that's what we're doing. How many vehicles do we have? 6. That's about what you want to have. Yeah, we're going to go for it. I think that's better than... Is this mounts and vehicles or just vehicles? All mount and vehicles. So we got mounts too. So there we go. Push the limit deck. Yeah, we're not going to splash this. Radiant Lotus... That's interesting. Another Ride's End? Yes, please. Okay, I like that we have 2 Skybox Fairies now, 4/4 flyers. If you don't know what this is, it returns all mountain vehicles from your graveyard to the battlefield. You sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step, and vehicles you control become are basically... Now, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, what do we want to have here then? Another Daring Mechanic. I'll do a 2-drop. Yeah, we'll do another 2-drop. There's another 2-drop. Yeah, let's just go ahead. We'll see. We'll figure this out. I found that I do a lot better by stopping the recording and figuring it out and then come back and explaining that. So that's what I'm going to do. We have a lot of great picks here. I think this is going to be a solid deck, you know, overall. And I think Count on Luck is actually going to come through for us. We did not get any land fixing, so that is notable. So Count on Luck is probably going to be more like a 4 or even a 5-drop, like probably more over here. Disciple starting column. 1 mana of any color. I'm going to take the Disciple. This parry did come back around, so yeah, we'll consider that one for sure. So reading the signs correctly, yeah, I really like what we're doing here. And the compactor came around. I mean, playable. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but definitely playable. Yeah, liking this deck a lot. And we got a little scouter. When it enters Scry 2, Crew 1. Okay. I will take a look through this and come back with whatever the final version of the deck is. I think we have a really good set of cards to choose from. So I will restart the video once we're back. Okay, everybody. Here is the final deck. This is what we're going to go with here. Let me just talk through the thoughts here. We have 3 mounts and 5 vehicles, so there is a total of 8 in terms of hits for Push the Limit. Push the Limit would be the kind of the final swing in terms of getting vehicles. We did not get any of the 6/3 menaces. I had one opportunity, I think, to grab one, but I think I grabbed like the other coordinator instead. That could have been a mistake. coordinators are going to be great because we'll be able to create 1, 2, maybe even 3 pilot tokens per match. If these come out, I got 2 of them, which is very consistent. Interface aces are great because they crew based on toughness of 4. I don't think I have anything that saddles or crews more than 4. I think, in fact, the sloth is the biggest one. Everything else is like crew 1 and crew 2, I believe. Crew 1, lots of crew 1s. And so not too worried about that. Crew 1s, yeah, lots of crew 1s. The good thing about the aces is whenever becomes tapped during your turn, it untaps once. So you could actually use it to crew twice, and then it stays tapped. But it's a great gum up the ground. The 4 toughness is really huge in this format. Armory is amazing because you get to just mount or crew a vehicle at the start of your turn, and that vigilance and +0/+1 is great. So I'm leaning more heavy into the push the limit. This is not the greatest push the limit deck because normally you'd have a lot more cyclers and just throw vehicles. You'd get the 6/3 -1 red cyclers and you throw them and throw them and throw them, and then you just push the limit and win. So this one's going to be a little bit more, I guess, start off pretty quick. Got some oxes, got some quick crew ability, good removal, road rage plus collision course, plus 2 rides in. I put them in the 3 spot, probably on average, even though it costs, 2 or 5. And let's say Fuel the Flames can be great against wide creatures or just a good cycler. In general, Crash and Burn is a great removal. So yeah, we've got a good amount of interaction. I believe Tune-Up is going to be great to bring back one of our artifact cards as just a creature in and of itself. So like a fairy can just become a 4/4 flyer for 4. Which is great. No problem with that. And yeah, I think we're in a pretty good situation here. I think it's a solid deck. 3 to 4 wins is what I'm predicting. Count on Luck is for late game, and then Daring Mechanic becomes really great for late game. Don't count out the Sloth. If we can get the Sloth down and the opponent doesn't have direct removal, then it's going to be really difficult, especially with like Velocitar to give it trample. But we've got really good interaction here with, I think, a solid plan on top end. I put in 4140. I needed a lot of white early game, and I didn't want to go down to 8/8. I didn't have any fixing, which is probably one of the big weaknesses in this deck. So I'm just going to go 4140 with a 9/8 split. And yeah, we'll go with it from there. So I considered Lotus Guard Disciples and Light Shell Parries to go like a lot more aggressive and do an aggressive version, taking away Push the Limit, taking away like the Skybox Fairies, which then the coordinators become less important. They become less useful, I guess. I do love the Thunderhead Gunner, and I'm still thinking though that we want more vehicles with Push the Limit. So the other alternative would be just to forget Push the Limit and bring in Thunderhead Gunner. But I think this is going to be a more fun, if we can get 1 or 2 instances of Push the Limit where it's actually useful, I think that's incredible. So some of these have entered the battlefield effects, which is really nice for our vehicles. But yeah, it looks like a fun deck. So let's put our picture as Push the Limit, and let's see how the deck does in round 1. Okay, first opponent here, Requiel. We are back in bronze. We did not get to do as much limited in the last so often. We need... it's kind of unfortunate. Count to Luck is actually kind of a dead card here. I mean, 3 reds. It's going to be tough. I mean, I need... Yeah, I can't even saddle it. Yeah, I think we got a mulligan this one. Of course. This is what happens. So what? I need a white source. I can't do this. I can't keep a 1-lander. Goodness gracious. Okay, this is a lot better. Keep 5. I think we have to push Count on Luck out. That's our way to get back in, though. Crew 1. Yeah, I think we keep these 2 And considering keeping count on luck, but that's probably too optimistic. I think we actually do something like this. We need another land. Oh man, we need that land, don't we? If I don't get a land, then I just have coordinator, and that's it. It's got to be fairy. But this puts it in the bottom. Right, I'm going to go for it. I mean, we're already down to 5 anyway, right? So let's just go for it. Say hello to our opponent. Nesting by. All right, looking for aggro here. Already out of the gate. This is the one when it dies, it creates a servo token. All right, green, white. There's the glider. All right, let's go with coordinator. Wow. Well, that could be useful to have fuel the flames and ace with cycling coming up. It holds off their attacks. I need land, don't I? I just have to have land. It's so frustrating, though. Yeah. That's very frustrating. Yeah, well, this is not the game that I wanted to start with. So mold 5. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're a mechanic. That's fine. Nope, we are not blocking. Not yet. There is a land. Excellent. All right. So we have a pilot now. Let's see what they end up doing. This becomes a 2, 3. Are they going to blow it up? Air response unit? Let's find out. I'd love to draw a land. That would be amazing. Especially if they kill the response unit and then I could tune it up and then put some counters on it with the sky cycle. Then we might actually make BB in business here. Hazard of the Dunes, of course. Let's see what they end up doing here. Do I want to trade the response unit? That's the question, right? So if I get a land, I can tune it up and then do the sky cycle the next turn is kind of the thought here. Yeah, I think we do this. Yep. Okay. Well, that is not what I wanted to have happen. Yeah, this is tough. Mulling to 5 is not what I wanted to have happen. That is for sure. All right. Well, this one may just be a loss. If they ever get the Hazard of the Dunes to the exhaust of 7, then it's not game over. Oh, they have 2 of them. See, I didn't think I saw 1 Hazard of the Dunes. This is like a busted common where you put 7 mana. It's really, really, really busted. All right. Opportunity to what? I think I have to get a land. I think we have to do this now. And we have to get a land and blow up Hazard of the Dunes. Yeah, I think this has to be the play here. That means that they're going to get... that's fine, right? You want to do this now so they don't draw like a hexproof. Yeah, we're definitely on the back foot here, though. We have a chance to come back for sure. All right, there's 3. What else do they have? Anything? Nothing. Okay. All right. So we have 5 mana. We have the Skybox Fairy, right? And that becomes like a 4/4 creature. I think we do it. It's just an artifact creature now. 4/4 flyer. So let's see what they do. I'm hoping to, what, draw a land and drop the Ox. Is this crew 1? Saddle 3. Oh, crew and saddle, I'll get those mixed up as well. So, okay, actually, we're looking good here. Okay. So here we go. Perfect. Supposed to be targets. Nothing I can do about that, right? Can't really crew here. So we need to now, what we have 1 vehicle, 1 mount in the deck. And there is the Ketradon. This is why green is so good in this set. You have commons, Ketradon, and Hazard of the Dunes. Like if you just draft this deck that the opponent's drafting here, you're probably going to do really, really fine. And on a mold of 5, this is nearly an impossible situation. I don't remember if we have any ways of... Yeah. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. If we had drawn a spell there, I think we're in an okay situation. But we can't attack, clearly. We do... Like, if we had drawn, like, the Exile card... I think we have to crew and block. And then we're looking for a removal for the Ketradon. Well, I don't think it does anything because I've got to, it actually does do something. It actually gives me enough counters to block the Ketradon. I mean, yeah, that's what we're doing, right? We have to. I got to put all the counters on the Skybox Fairy. So this one. Submit. Submit. And then they don't have vigilance, right? I've got to stay back, so... They're just going to take the 5. There's no reason for them to block here whatsoever. All right, well, you saw push the limit. Obviously, in a lot of situations, that would be incredible. And that was incredible. It actually gives me something to block the Ketradon with. They might want to consider just attacking outright. I have to block, clearly, whatever they have here. Yeah, +2/+2. All right, well, there you go. And, oh, well, that's going to kill me. Well, Moldify, first game, not much you can do about that against, you know... Yeah, and concede. That was tough, really tough. Just on the back foot the whole time with the Moldify. It's super unfortunate that our first set of draws were what they were, but hey, that's what you do, right? So, okay, well, let's jump into the next one and see if we can do just a little bit better there and hopefully not get a Moldify. Maybe getting into a lower bracket of 01 will help us out a little bit. But I felt good about our deck, actually. We've had plenty of outs there. I think we played it about as good as we could have, given the situation. But yeah, the green creatures in this set are ridiculous. Like you can see they had the two, what are the worms that become 7/7s that trample and then the Ketradon, and they're all commons. And so if you could just see a bunch of those flowing around and you can get a little bit of ramp, just having those creatures on the field of play sometimes is just enough. Didn't really see that in our draft at all. Might would have jumped in if I would have seen it. So opponent goes first. I think on the draw you keep this. This is really tough because I need to get one of my 2-drops, but I have a cycler. So hopefully it's not a super aggressive. If we can stabilize, you know, going in, I think that's fine. So I don't think I can mulligan this one. As weird as that is with the cycler, I think we're okay. See, that's even better. Having even one bit of interaction helps tremendously with this deck. So this is 2 damage. See, I would love to blow that up, but can't. That's the, yeah, start your engines. Has to pay 1 to copy it. Number of artifacts. Yeah, so we're against blue-white artifacts. And we will be cycling off the ferry here. The Mendicant Core Guidelight, and then we have Scooter. Scry 2. It's good. I mean, solid. I've got that in my deck, or in my pack, but didn't put it. Let's see what they end up doing here with their Scry. All right, let's see. Take 2. They're going to go to speed 2. There we go. And let's see if they have something else. I'm going to go ahead and cycle. Okay, opposite problem now. Not much we can do about that. I will blow up the Scouter if they put something down to crew it, for sure. Okay, yep. That one needs to go. All right, max speed 3. This is getting scary here. My goodness, I am just... All right, I think our hope here is Unswerving Sloth, to be honest. Not much we can do about that. If they have a counterspell, we're totally hosed here. Yeah, Aetherdrift, yeah, they've got it. They're going to pay 1 to copy it. Good night. Have you seen how many... And they're all flyers except for the Guidelight. I really need to draw a spell off the top. Something, and that's it. Okay. Well, there's nothing I could do about that. That was, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I had 3 lands, and I drew 5. 5 lands? Yeah, I drew 5 lands in a row. Okay, well, this draft is going to be over very quickly, and I would say that at this point, there's nothing I could have done about the first 2 games. You could have argued on the first one I should have kept the mole, or kept the 2-lander white, but I still don't. I think that I do not believe that was the right decision. And then keeping a 1-lander is almost always wrong. So yeah, we are 0-2 right out of the gate. Sometimes that happens, and we'll see if Bartolemy, if we can do a little bit better here. All right, we got a 2-drop. We've got some possibly 2 drops for removals. I'm definitely keeping this. Hoping to draw into something here. We've got some removal for any kind of aggression. All right, get the Ox here. All right. Looking for something that can saddle our Ox next turn. There's the 3/3. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not against actually. Do I hold that? That's getting pretty aggressive, but I have 2 rights in. Since I have so much removal in my hand, I'll go ahead and blow it up and just attack for 2. Now we have rights end. If they have any kind of like hasty creature that we want to get rid of, it's not a hasty creature, that's fine. All right, we're just going to sure. I'm gonna no attack this. I want to see if I can keep the Ox around and actually do some damage with it. If they want to attack with the catalyzer, go for it. So this they have removal. Crash and burn is my prediction here. Let's see if they decide to attack. I will let them go through. Definitely not doing anything here. They could also have like the +2/+2 trick for 1. Yeah, I'm not. No blocks. That is totally fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate that that has happened. Yeah. No attacks. All right. It's a 3/4 reach. Let's see what happens here. They might actually have a rights end of their own. This one's target artifact card only, right? All right. Pass. Okay, 2/3. Another one. Okay. Okay, that's actually good. We really need another white source here. Scry 2. Wow. Actually. Can I afford to do that? I think this is the right play. Yeah. Okay, so I can crew, and I think this is the right decision. Saddle 1. All right, they have 3 mana, so they can do, let's see, Lightning Strike. Okay, I got it out of their hand. Let's see if they actually trade. Probably will, right? Yep. Target artifact card. We do not have any of those. There we go. And then we are going to definitely activate this ability. And end the turn. All right. Looking pretty good at this point. Let's see what happens here. Well, they got a Cloud Spire as well. They have a Sky. One top, one bottom. Okay. Yeah. This is going to give us the card advantage that we need. Let's see here. Yeah, actually, I don't mind it if they want to. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now we have Ride's End for any kind of aggression. That's fine. We'll probably just Ride's End that one away. Let's see if they'll trade with it, actually. All right, feeling better about our spot. There's that. Yeah, I think we just want to go ahead. Okay. We'll take it. I will take the victory. They realize that our card advantage is going to get too great there, so that was a win by count on luck. Yeah, they just ran out of steam too quick. So yeah, we'll take a win. Needed a win. Did not want to go 0-3 for sure. So yeah, instead of 50 gems, we get 100 gems. Anyway, we're hoping to get that 3-win mark is really the golden mark here that we're after. So let's see how we can do in the next one. Okay, next one is Card Hunter 09. 2-drop. Oh, this is the best curve out we've had. Yes. And I go first. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very much probably going to cycle away the fairy here. All right. Looking to... is the number of permanents you control that are creatures and are vehicles. So that actually would destroy that. Do I care about that? That's the question. Do I really care about that? Ugh. It's not exactly what we were looking for, but... I do not think that I care about that. I think... I will be glad to all right, there we go. Let's see if they actually attack. They do not attack. Okay, good to know. Let's see here. Let's cycle first and see what we get. We have the push the limit deck. Yeah, so let's do this. Actually, let's go ahead and get a little bit aggressive. And yeah, I can Ride's End anything that they come out with here. Oh yeah, that's... Do I target artifact? That's not an artifact. Yeah, that's tough. Hopefully we can get another land to exile that, right? That's a 5. Yeah. There we go. Max speed 2. This is going to be... I need another land. I got to get rid of Far Fortune here. Especially with... well, that actually helps a little bit. Alright, we're going to take some damage here. But I do have a way to stop one of their... Okay, that's actually not too bad. Okay. Sure. Do this. Yep. All right, so we're gonna get rid of Far Fortune. This is vehicles. Number of permanents you control that are creatures or vehicles. So I have 1. All right, so we take that away. This becomes a 3/4. So if they block with both, can I saddle this? Yeah, it's a mount, so I can give it a 3/4. And this is instant or sorcery? That's sorcery. I think we do this, actually. And then... Okay. Feeling a lot better about our position. Okay, not a big deal. We can get rid of that one. That becomes 4. Yeah. And what's the max speed? Yeah, I think we actually trade here and then get rid of... get rid of Far Fortune. And let's see what happens here. Nope. 1 damage. So this takes me down quite a bit, actually. Yeah, still the right call, for sure. Still the right play. We need more lands. So that gives us 5 lands. Yeah, we're going after the all right, end of turn. Let's see if they come in. I mean, they draw 2. Yep. Discard a card. Excellent. Discard a land. No, they discarded a spell. It's frightening, actually. 2 Far Fortunes is amazing. Oh, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Do I don't think so. This becomes a 3/3, right? Do I want to trade my coordinator? Beginning, because you control, you get +1 to have vigilance. Okay, yeah, I think we actually just... It's either way, right? It doesn't matter. Yeah. I'll let them trade if they want to trade. Okay. 3/3 damage. I'm all about that. Okay. Oops, they got something, don't they? Pass to blockers. I mean, we got to go for it, right? Yeah, let's see which one they do. They're going to do the token, obviously. All right. Guardian. That was That was actually my fault, right? And that's it. And we just went 1 and 3. There you go. And that was a very disappointing outing. No doubt about it. I should not have blocked. Let me think about that. If I had not blocked when they had a 2-2 and a 3-3, I was at 6. I had to block one of them. So if I had blocked the 3-4 to the 3-3, it becomes a 5-5. I keep my 3-2. They hit me for 2. I go to 4, and then they have a 4-2, a 5-5, or a 4-4-2, a 3-3, and a 2-2, and then I come out and I have it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. So it wouldn't have mattered either way. And so we went 1 and 3, which I thought was actually a pretty good deck. It wasn't the greatest push the limit deck, and don't get me wrong, I don't think that was by any stretch a great push the limit deck. But first game, Molda 5, was on the back foot, almost stabilized. Second game, just drew 5 lands in a row with a 3-lander, so nothing I can do about that. And then the third game, I won, and then the fourth game, yeah, never actually drew into much of anything else. Maybe I shouldn't have traded off the Ox as early, but they had 2 Far Fortunes and just really started to aggro me out. I thought I played that decently. Could have been some stuff I could learn. But yeah, I just didn't... I never drew into an interface ace, which is amazing. If I had just had like one interface ace on a couple of those games, having an 0-4 at the beginning to stem the bleeding is huge. And then it stays as an 0-4 when it crews, which is also huge. So never had an interface ace, which is unfortunate. Never really got to show off the sloth, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it was just quite unfortunate. And maybe this is where I needed a few more 2-drop creatures. I had, what, 6? I feel like that's fine. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate that the way that things actually played out. I mean, I could have gone a different version, right, with the Disciples and having flyers and creatures. Maybe I should have taken away the push to limit and done something like this, where I just have lifelink, indestructible, end of turn, a couple of 2/2 flyers flying in over the top, and you're just kind of relying on creature quality and counters. That could have actually done a little bit better. So maybe the push to limit was the wrong deck to build. But anyway, that's where you learn. The more you play a format, the more you get familiar with the interactions of the cards. You can see the power of green. If you find all those green commons, you're going to do well. Didn't really see those green commons in the draft. And yeah, well, I hope you learned something, which is great. But hope you all have a good rest of the week, and we will come back with some more content very, very soon.